Hello, I'm David Gerard. This is Pivot to AI. Today, we wrap up our Google Veo3 Fails series. Our good friend Aaron Peterson, aka Shakun in Studio, is a media production guy. He's followed the AI image generators, he experiments with them, but he also knows what professional quality is and what it is not. So Aaron bravely risked his sanity on 1 month of Google Veo credits. Veo3 is still being hyped as the hotness in AI video generators that will definitely replace directors and actors. You betcha. 6 months, it'll be amazing. Probably. Sadly, we're cut off at day 25 because Aaron ran out of Veo credits. Some of you asked Aaron to also have a go at Midjourney's new video generator, but he says after a month of Veo, he'd find it more aesthetically pleasing to stab his eyes out with a spork. Quote, "It was really gross to watch AI videos for 22 days in a row. Even if it was only for 30 minutes a day, it was very off-putting and unnatural." Unquote. AI shills keep claiming that AI video generators, such as Veo3, can make professional quality work, and they are lying. But talk is cheap. We've got the fails. For day 22, we're going to stop with trying to remake more movie scenes. We've solidly established that Veo cannot follow a script, not even for a few seconds. So instead, let's try another music video. Veo generates music of a sort, as we heard and saw last week. Aaron says, quote, "We're going to generate a live television performance by a fictional Japanese band singing Miki Matsubara's Stay With Me. Veo gives a warning message that it doesn't accept foreign language prompts, so I translated the song to English." Unquote. I've linked the original 1979 video for Stay With Me in the show notes. Aaron did the clip in 4 prompts with the lyrics for each part. Here are the scene descriptions from the prompts. Quote, 1980s, live singing performance on Japanese TV. A female Japanese singer sings a city pop song. A band plays behind her. Continued. A female Japanese singer performs a city pop song live on Japanese TV. Unquote. And each of the 4 prompts is followed by the lyrics. It starts normalish. The visuals have some continuity, though the clothes keep changing. But the music is completely inconsistent between clips. Also, Veo has no idea what the city pop genre from Japan in the 70s is, and it takes it as a prompt to show us pictures of a city. By the 3rd and 4th clips, it's making the singer sound like a Vocaloid. The last clip is so compressed it's pixelated.
I am me, you are you. I think that's what you said last night.
Aaron's verdict. Quote, "The virtual singer began singing in English, but then switched to a fake version of Japanese. The color grade, language, characters and set randomly changed. The rejected clips were even worse, with the singer stopping to sing and shots of a city appearing. Some clips failed to appear due to errors. We continue to see the same pattern we witnessed on all other days. The first clip follows the prompt well enough, but subsequent clips, cut shots or extensions, lose quality and stop following the prompt. Today, this pattern was particularly obvious, because the difference in quality from the first clip to the last clip is a massive difference, and we can see the gradual deterioration from clip to clip. The last clip is super pixelated with big compression artifacts all over the shot. Another 800 credits down the cyber toilet. For day 23, Aaron goes back to doing a film scene imitation, just action, no dialogue. Quote, "The goal is to see how well Veo3 can follow the described action and generate the individual members of a large jazz band. In the end, we'll compare the output against an actual film, Whiplash." Unquote. Whiplash is a film about an ambitious young jazz drummer and his abusive instructor. Here's the prompt. It's long and descriptive. 1. Interior of a dimly lit music conservatory rehearsal room. A bald, slim jazz conductor in a black t-shirt directs a group of young jazz musicians with brass and percussion instruments. Intense atmosphere, dramatic lighting, wooden floors, tension in the air. They play big band jazz orchestra music. 2. Close-up of a young jazz drummer, sweating profusely while drumming furiously, blood on his hands, drumsticks blurring with speed, harsh spotlight on him, background shadows of other band members watching silently. They play big band jazz orchestra music. 3. The conductor screams and throws a chair across the room in anger. The music stops. The young jazz musicians look shocked and frozen. Heavy shadows and harsh lighting emphasize emotional tension. 4. The jazz rehearsal continues. High-intensity close-up of conductor clapping and shouting rhythm counts inches from a young drummer's face. The young drummer tries to match the conductor's tempo. Sweat drips from his face. They play big band jazz orchestra music." Unquote. Here's the clip. The music is, of course, an incoherent mess. The video's got some pretty amazing morphing scenes. Veo doesn't cope with objects at all well. Aaron's verdict. Quote, "As always, long scenes fall apart from one clip to the next. They start better, but for some reason, probably GPU memory related, the clips deteriorate the longer a scene goes on. There's some really bad compression artifacts in later clips. There's no relationship between the musicians and the music. The fingers on the trumpet players don't move sometimes. Sometimes a viola and a trumpet become fused together into one instrument. We hear cymbals when the drummer is hitting the snare drum or floor tom. When the conductor's supposed to pick up a chair and throw it, a chair magically appears out of thin air. The chair's shape and number of legs change as it is thrown. The position and appearance of the band changes during that clip and the instruments disappear. In the last clip, the conductor's position is just silly, appearing behind the drummer or dancing with another conductor." Unquote. For day 24, let's make up a fake ad for a real 70s product, a men's cologne called Hi Karate. Yeah, really. I've linked one of the original TV ads in the show notes. There was a series of these ads with Valerie Leon from the Carry On films and their very Carry On movie. I would actually say you should stop for a moment, watch that original ad, and then come back here to watch Veo's take. Here's the long prompt for the 4 scenes. Quote, 1. A 1970s-style television commercial for a men's cologne called Hi Karate. A man with a moustache with long sideburns is facing his reflection in the bathroom mirror. He dabs Hi Karate cologne on his cheeks. 2. The man leaves his house wearing 1970s fashion, floral shirt, flared pants and platform shoes. He is walking on a busy street in central London. A woman wearing 1970s fashion walks past him. She turns around and follows him. Funky music playing. 3. The woman following him in the street finds the man's cologne irresistible and tries to hug the man. He panics and runs away. She chases after him. Funky music playing. 4. Cut to a close-up of a bottle of Hi Karate cologne sitting on a bathroom shelf. A narrator's voiceover says, "Hi Karate is irresistible to men and women. Be careful how you use Hi Karate." Here's the result. We've got some of the outtakes afterwards, and they're even better. They're just wild. Got those classy Veo sound effects too. This is the quality you came to this clip for.
Be careful how you use it.
Be careful how you use it. Hi karate.
Aaron's verdict, quote, "As always, the characters were inconsistent from one clip to the next, changing hairstyle and ethnicity, common issue with female characters but not male. The spoof ad is set in the 70s, but the cars and taxicabs in the streets are from the 1930s. Some training data leaked through twice, which you can see in the outtakes. In 2 intro clips, we hear, 'Be careful how you use it.' I didn't ask for that. Google got it from the real 1970s high karate adverts. I wanted the motto to appear in the last clip and had not shown the last prompt to Veo yet. When I got around to generating the last clip, product shot, out of 4 attempts, Veo only generated the product shot once. The other attempts were 2 clips of the characters sprinting side by side and 1 failed video. For day 25, the final day of our horrifying series, a new Veo feature came out. This is the one where you can upload a still image to Veo and it'll turn it into a video clip. Veo also promises better frame rates. Cool. Aaron notes, quote, "The update has some careful wording to ensure users understand that the same old bugs will continue to be present. Let's test the Game Changer update. We'll give Veo screen caps from Akira and from The Story of Orenishi, a hyper-violent mini-movie that was shown in the middle of Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Part 1. Skip ahead 2.5 minutes if you don't want to see that. Skip ahead 2.5 minutes now if you don't like AI blood." A rebellious teenage boy riding his motorbike past us at high speed, his hair blowing in the wind. He enjoys riding fast. Close-up portrait shot. A rebellious teenage boy riding his motorbike in a tunnel, his hair blowing in the wind. The tunnel's lights pass overhead. Night, Tokyo, city. 2 masked members of a biker gang pull up on their bikes and stop in the middle of the freeway. Night, Tokyo, a freeway. A member of a bike gang dressed in red leather skids his futuristic red sports bike to a halt in the middle of the freeway. A dark apartment. A Japanese hitman in a blue suit wielding a wakizashi, a short sword, attacks a soldier dressed in green uniform. The soldier parries and blocks the hitman's attacks, then grabs the hitman and throws him into a bookshelf. A dark apartment. A Japanese hitman wielding a katana and stabs a soldier dressed in green fatigues from behind. The hitman pulls the katana out in one long motion, causing the soldier's blood to spray everywhere in the room. Aaron's verdict, quote, result, same old crap. Prompt 1, the background is a mess, and the wind on the character is inconsistent. It's supposed to be a highway, and we see the bike go past, it has no rearview mirrors. Prompt 2, one weird result with a horrified frozen expression, and one okayish result with silly audio. Prompt 3 and 4, the bikers did not stop in the middle of the highway. The biker in Prompt 2 morphed from masked men into cute characters. Prompt 5, the hitman's wakizashi became a full-length katana and passed through his own body. The fighting is silly compared to the original's hyper-brutal realism. The hitman grows extra hands as he is wrestled to the floor. Prompt 6, both results look like the Itchy and Scratchy show. The blood geezer looks nothing like what we see in Japanese samurai films and anime. So, what have we learnt from these 4 weeks of really bad AI video generation? We've learnt that every single person who says that AI video is up to real production work is full of it. Veo3 can't follow a script. It can't follow direction. It can't give consistent characters. The training data keeps leaking through. The sound effects are inept. And Google will randomly censor things because, otherwise Veo would mostly get used as a gore and pornography generator. The AI marketers will insist that Veo will be perfect in 6 months and you must be prompting it wrong. Fortunately, they've got a course they can sell you on how to prompt Veo right. Yeah, sure. Aaron gives us the final word on this relentlessly dumb experiment. Quote, I burned over 1,000 credits today as Veo was not following the prompts well. I wrote stage plays at college, studied screenwriting at Birkbeck Uni, and rewrote dialogue for actor friends in case any prompt gurus need to know. That's almost 10% of the credits you get with the $250 a month subscription. You could cook 4 meals for that price. I went back and counted all the failed generations that Google charged for, and it's over 20% of the credits. That means if a user pays $250 a month, about $60 is stolen, $720 a year. Generative AI seems to be a good business for tech companies and the vulture capitalist class. They don't have to deliver what they promise most of the time and don't need to refund you either. This test was meant to be 30 days long. It lasted 25 days until the credits ran out, and I barely generated a handful of clips each day. Not one clip could be called cinematic or broadcast quality. Not because of shortcomings on my side, but because I pushed the Veo to do things that AI guys and marketing people don't want to show you in their mostly motionless, slow-motion, boring demo videos. There's nothing democratizing here. This is an expensive slot machine that outputs slop 98% of the time. Unquote. Aaron has also provided a short video presentation on the wonders of AI video. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI, and special thanks to Aaron Peterson for risking his brain on this trash. Don't forget to watch the YouTube videos of the previous weeks in this series, linked in the show notes below. If you enjoyed watching Veo repeatedly fall straight out the clown car and flat on its face, please do send a link to just one other person. A pain shared is a pain doubled. Hit like, hit subscribe, and you can fund our work here by putting just $5 in the Patreon in the show notes, or buy a t-shirt. Thank you all, see you tomorrow, and bye for now.